It's raining outside. I forgot my Kindle. My mic may or may not work. I did not turn on my light. I don't know if that improved anything, but I guess we'll see. Alright. Let's talk about everything I read in August. So, you may either call me, as in my previous video stated, Disaster Darvel, or you could call me Lion Leanne, because I said I was in a reading slump, and I still am in a little reading slump, you know, but I read 11 books in August. Let's talk about it. We're gonna pretend that my phone is the books. This is my D&D character. It was commissioned by my boyfriend for me. Her name. This is Lacal, I think. Listen, I go between two names, so I don't know, but she is, yeah, I love her. So let's pretend that this stands for my e-books. And I don't know if I want to go through and like put all the pictures. I probably should, so I could put my stats. This opening has been going on for almost 2 minutes now. Let's move. So the reading has been slumpy, but I read 11 books this month, and I have no excuse other than the fact that I picked up a series towards the end of the month, and I freaked myself right out. I read 4 entire volumes, but we'll talk about it when we get to it. Let's go. These are not in order. Hold on, let me pull up my storygraph. Okay, let's go. Okay. So we started off the month really slow. The first book I read, no, let's put it here. Oh, you could see it on my little screen. Ring Shout by Mr. Clark. So this is fiction, fantasy, historical, horror. It really was horror. The things then was horrific. But I actually started reading Ring Shout around June 6th. It's supposed to be free Caribbean month, and I failed because reading slump. So this was the first book I finished in August. It was great. So it's about the main characters is this group of black women, and they're fighting literal demons that are like infesting the world through the KKK, and them shits was scary. Like they were terrifying, and I don't usually read historical books, but like the history and it was great. Mr. Clark could write. I can't pronounce. If you watch me for long enough, you know I don't do names. Yes, I have a mic on my mic because my mic don't work, but I like the little thingy. So yeah, I gave that 5 out of 5 stars. Like that's a read Caribbean to the world. I would recommend it to anyone. And then I am trying to read all of the Emily Winsnap books because I did not know it grew past the 3 that I was aware of in my youth. So I read Is it the 6th book? I read Falls of the Forgotten Island. No, the 6th book was Ship of Swords. That's the 7th book, Falls of the Forgotten Island. That's Emily Winsnap's 7th book. I am very much getting disenfranchised with the series. First 3, due to nostalgia, were great. The one where they came back to Brightport, I thought that would have been a perfect ending. And if I sound like a broken record, I sound like a broken record. Because at this point, everything just seemed dead, episodal. And like, I liked that they tied in, Aaron's history and whatnot, but so he could just leave the group. Shauna could leave next. It could just be Emily. No, yeah. So I didn't even read that book. I'm very much disillusioned. Oh my god, that's a physical book. Very much disillusioned at this point by the series. I have the 8th book. I don't have the 9th book. It was not in my local bookstore, and I don't think I'm gonna order it because, you know, these just been okay. I don't know if I want to spend twice the book price to bring it in with customs, so we just could see. Next, I read Final Girls by Riley Saga, who, broken record again, I thought was a woman, did not know it was a man. And honestly, some of the things that was, oh, I did not tab it. My tabbing died as I got engrossed in the story, but some of the things he was saying was making me a little weird. He said something about a woman that's like a crazy woman or something like that, and I was like, you a Mondo. But it was good. This was good. This was very good. I thought it was a good addition to the whole slasher genre, you know, I wouldn't really say it turned some things on its head, but I thought the plot twist was, you know, I thought it was cute. Not cute, but I thought it was nice. Did I see it coming? It was a little, you know, the hints was hinting. I wouldn't say it was phenomenal, game changing, but it's a good addition to the whole slasher genre thing. So I could stick with that. Did I give this a rating? One thing about me, boy, is I will arbitrarily. That might not be the rower. Define arbitrarily. Ooh, adverb on the basis of random choice and personal whim rather than any reason or system. That's me. I arbitrarily give out ratings. Sometimes I'll rate a book, sometimes I won't rate a book. You know, it just depends on my mood. So, yeah, I didn't rate Emily Winsnap. Final Girls got 4 stars. I'd pick up more Mr. Saga's work later down along the line. Next, I read Naruto Volume One. I am currently in the process of rewatching Naruto because I hate myself and I make bad decisions. And then I got in a row with like a good friend of mine. Sorry, Akiba. We wasn't really rowing though. We was just, you know, doing some back and forth because as I also said this in my last video, I'm a repeater. I am a sayer of the same things all over again, but I'm a Sakura stan, okay? I will bat for this girl, woman, fictional character. I will walk up and I will bat for her. I can't hit a home run, but, you know. So we was going on some stuff, and he pointed out some things in the anime. Now, I never finished Naruto Shippuden. I fell off around my high school years because of exams and stuff. And then I was picking hand there about when and what to read, watch, and, you know, going back to the fights. But I was an avid reader of the manga. And when I learned the manga ended, I was like, because I also fell off of the manga. So I went and I started the entire manga from the beginning. Binge watched that thing all the way, binge read that thing all the way to the end, because y'all wasn't gonna get me. Y'all was not gonna get me. So I look at the way Sakura is portrayed in the manga versus the anime, and I'm like, this is a travesty. Like, I wouldn't say it's like all the way out there, you know, deep differences in characterization, but some of the choices was choices. So yeah, so since I'm rewatching anime, I was like, I might as well read the manga to catch myself up, like see what the differences is. You know, I'm a manga reader. So right now I'm on the Wave arc. Watching. I just finished the first Sabuza fight. I got to the part where Sasuke's like, I'm shaking because I'm excited, which I think is the most, like, there's some cringe stuff that happened in Naruto, but I think that's one of the worst lines ever. So I'm going on to volume 2 of Naruto. So I need to catch up to where I am in the anime. But yeah, that's some cringe stuff. I also did not rate Naruto. I see it already had a 3-star. So I could just delete that. Next, Suki Alone, the Avatar comic. 4.5 stars. It was beautiful. I cried. Love me some Suki. That was good. I would recommend that. You're gonna see a turn for the worse, because we had, I guess, 2 physical books at this point, and now we're on our 3rd digital, and it's gonna continue. Saga Volume One. I always wanted to read Saga since it first came out. It just never did happen. So I finally got my hands on like the digital version of it, and I love it. I love it because all of this was happening. The next couple of books was happening simultaneously, but I read Saga Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 4. I do not have reviews for them, but I think I should, because I think they're really, really good and they deserve attention. I might reread them this month just so I could have a more like detailed explanation of my reviews and why and where I go in, but you're beautiful. I gotta get my cat. Girl! So yes, I read cats. So yes, I read 4 entire volumes of Saga. And when did I start Volume 1? I accidentally messed up. Anyway, so I accidentally set the finish date to today because I was trying to look about how long it took me. So I started Volume 1 on August 25th, and between August 25th and when did I read Saga Volume 4? Between August 5th and August 30th, I read 4 volumes. Because I have a problem. August 25th to August 30th, I read 4 volumes. I have a problem. But you know who also has a problem? Me. Because I started, one sec, next book. I started this, Thunderhead by Neil Schusterman, on August 22nd, and I finished it on the 26th. But let me tell you all a secret. Where's my journal entries? On August 26th, so it took me from the 22nd to the 26th. On August 26th, I was only 42% of this book. So I read the other 58 on the 26th. And do you know what happened? It was so good, and the cliffhanger was so utterly freaking aggravating that I went straight into the toll on the 26th. And let you see this. I read the toll between the 26th to the 29th. Want to see my reading journal? I read 44% of this in one day. These books was so good, and the entire series was so good, because I read Scythe like in January, and I'm pretty sure I rated it high, but I didn't have the rest of the series because I bought Scythe from my local bookstore, and my dumb head was like, oh, I'm only gonna buy one because what if I don't like it? And these was gone by the time I got back, so I actually had to wait until I had the funds to order them online, and that took a bit. What did I rate these? I rated both the Toll and Thunderhead 5 stars because Thunderhead was 5 stars, and the Toll was better, so it's better than 5 stars, but all I have to give it is 5 stars. Amazing. These were like, you want a series where every book gets better? Pick up the Scythe series, because I thought Scythe was strong. And then Thunderhead carried on. And then I picked up the Toll and I ain't gonna lie, at time. The Toll also is upside down, but the Toll also carried on, but in a totally different way, because at times it was like, oh, this book is so long, I just wanted to be over it. But it wasn't because it was so long and boring, it was because I wanted to know how the heck this ended because there were hints laden all throughout this entire series, and I was like, oh, I need to see what's going on. And then would I say there was too much of nothing, like too much extraness in this? I don't know. I'm a big book gal. Like, I love big books. The bigger the book, the better. So I wouldn't say anything in here was unnecessary, but it was so good. And I don't even have a stack for y'all, but this is a stack. This is everything. But these are the physical books. Y'all heard the digital books. Let's talk a little bit about stats, because I'm a Storygraph Plus user. Actually an early bird, because that website is my crack. That is my drug of choice. So I get all the cool stats, and let's talk about them. Okay, let's run through these dead quick. Oh wait, I gotta put the thing back. Okay, let's talk about my August stats. I read 11 books on a total of 3,134 pages, but that also includes books I'm currently in the middle of, which I think I might make another video about it because it's already 20 minutes. I have gone off the rails. My top moods were adventurous, emotional, and dark, probably because of Final Girls, Thunderhead, and the Toll. Also, I think Saga kind of classifies as dark itself, but that's going on. I read 73% fast-paced books. The rest was media. Most of my pages were under 300. Suki alone. The Saga volumes, you know how it go. The only two that were 500 was Thunderhead and Toll, and I loved it. Entirely fiction, because I don't do nonfiction. That's what school for. I'm sorry to all of the nonfiction lovers out there. That's just personally not my cup of tea. Top three genres were fantasy, science fiction, and comics. Of course, you know Saga a comic, or is it a graphic novel? I'm in for philosophy. Let's move on. Now this is a surprising one, because I like me my print books. But this month I only read 36% print, and I read 64% digital. Yay me. I need to read more digital because I have a lot of books on my Kindle. This is out of control. Star ratings. You know I don't rate everything, so let's just keep it honest. I don't rate everything, but my average rating was a 4.42. But that's because I gave Ring Shout, Thunderhead, and Toll 5 stars. Because I am sick. I sick like that. Because a 5-star to me, like, we could arbitrarily give out stars, and like it could be based on the writing, it could be based on the plot. Like, I could get deep, dark, and emotional, and very thoughtful. But then sometimes I'm just like, this book was just enjoyable to read, 5 stars. And then this is the new feature that just came out for Plus users on the Storygraph, but I can actually see my breakdown of stars by mood, fiction v non-fiction, and genres. So I'll put them all up on the screen, but let's just take the top 3. So challenging books got an average of 5-star ratings. There was only one in there, Thunderhead. Emotional books got an average rating of 4.83 stars. She carrying on, sorry. And then dark books got an average of 4.75 stars. That's The Toll, Final Girls, Thunderhead, and Ring Shout. Fiction, of course, gets the 4.42 stars because I did not read any non-fiction. And then my top 3 genres were historical with a 5-star, Ring Shout. Science fiction with 5 stars, I guess that would be the Sight series, I don't know which ones. And young adult with a 5-star. Young adult. Thunderhead. So yeah, 11 books, 3 grand pages. I should probably look at how I'm just doing on the regular. So for 2021, I'm 54% of the way through my reading goal, which is 101 books, which I set when I was on crack, because I read over 100 books last year, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool to set it to 101? But I'm not meeting that goal, so it's really not cool. But I set a 20k page goal. Oh, I'm behind by 13 books. But I set a 20k page goal, and I am 80% done with that. I'm like 15k pages, and I'm actually ahead by 2566. Isn't that the amount of words you have to write for NaNoWriMo a day to write a whole 20k book? But anyway, this was chaotic. I hope you guys like it. I liked it. I had a good September. It started off really rough because there was the whole middle portion. Did I say September? I had a really good August. The beginning and the middle was a little rough, but I catch myself there towards the end, you know? It's all Saga's fault. Hopefully I make progress on my Naruto goals. I am absolutely nowhere. I got nowhere with my Stephen King goal, and I actually don't know where the book I'm currently reading is. So, I guess. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I think I will do another video soon, just a little what books am I in the middle of update, because spoiler alert, there's 10 of them. Hopefully I finish some of them before that come out. And then I'm thinking of making shorter form content on the whole anyway. So I think instead of monthly wrap-ups, I'll do like, I want to say a wrap-up whenever I feel like it, but that's too arbitrary. That's my word of the day, y'all. So maybe like every 5 books I'll come and do a wrap-up and talk about. But yeah, I hope to have a fruitful September, but I need to seriously study for my CPA exam. This is getting out of control, y'all. I'm supposed to be on chapter 3, and I'm still doing work from chapter 1. I have an exam date. I got my study leave approved. Whew. Wish me luck. See y'all later. Bye. I love this tattoo so much. It suits me, don't it? Bye.